Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. As always, it's Noor, and we're talking about some depressing shit today. We're talking about not The Valley, which is the most depressing shit. We're talking about Summer House with somebody who's actually everybody's like, why don't you have this person on more? And I say, because she's a big deal. Okay,
Oh
it's
my God.
Kara Berry, everyone's business but mine. It's not easy to be in everyone's business. She's
It's
a very busy woman.
someone's got to do it. Thank
Um,
you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Of course. And, as a boots on the ground resident of New York City, we're going to talk about Summer House. We are going to talk about In the City. I would love to hear your opinion on how we moved through the city. It's funny when we watched Vanderpump Rules over the years or Beverly Hills over the years, where we were pretending to be in those cities, but really everybody was just in Encino in the Valley. I think it's cute that they're trying to do something similar in the city where they're going to different parts of New York. But
Yeah,
then I'm like, don't film in Central Park and then film in the Lower East Side
I
on
know.
the same day.
It's hard knowing where they film. The continuity of it all does not make sense to me. So that aspect is really funny, and I'm looking forward to pointing this out to the audience.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some wild choices that were made in this premiere, and I'm like, how the hell do we go from here to here? It's does not make any sense. But I love it. I love that we're getting below 69th Street,
Yes.
and really seeing what downtown is like.
Yeah, exactly. Well, before we can go into the city, we do have to talk about this very emotional finale of Summer House season 10.
Mm,
It was honestly the reason why it was emotional to me. I mean, it wasn't that emotional. I'm on too much Prozac. I don't cry.
mm,
But it was we're watching the start of a world that we would never get to know. We would never get to know what this life is, these goodbyes, these amends people were making,
yeah.
all of this effort, these sweet summer children hugging it out. I think I would love to hear your take on this because there are, and I love your thread presence and also just your podcast, but I love that all these people keep asking really obvious questions and you're like, no, that's the obvious answer. Is this obvious answer? Are you not paying attention? And one of the questions was, why is everybody hugging like it's the end of the TV show? Kara, why are they hugging that way?
I don't know why we don't just look at what's right in front of us. When Kyle was first ranting to his microphone by himself, people are like, he's trying to talk to the producers. He's trying to talk to us as an audience. I'm like, we've seen Kyle cook for 10 years. That man is simply talking to himself. This is what he does. It doesn't have to be any bigger than that. Okay. The
Yeah.
Robert Durst jokes are hilarious, but
Yeah.
this is just what he's doing. Yeah, everybody knew Kyle, Amanda, and Lindsay were getting a show. All of us, do we not remember the years of being like, get Lindsay out, give
Yeah.
her her own show, put her on Roni, and then they did that, and now we're acting like, well, I don't understand. They must have known something that we don't know. No, we've all known this. At the same time, they were going to leave. It's not the end of Summer House. It's the end of their tenure, probably. So they're going to be upset.
It's just so silly. It's so silly. I'm like, are you guys paying attention? Are you also paying attention to how the show is done? Even the beginning of this season, it was very much we've been doing this for 10 years. It felt like a farewell season, So it's this whole thing of people suddenly being like, I can't believe they're sobbing. Did somebody die? What's going on? No, they're graduating. They're moving on. They're going to take their mic packs and they're not going to have to cross over into Long Island through the LIE and sit in 4 hours of traffic anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's very clear to me. I don't know
Mhm.
why we have to make it anything more than what it is, but here we are.
Yeah. There's a lot of amends, basically. It was a lot of different stuff. I do have to say consistency is important because everybody else just completely, got lobotomized. They changed their entire their entire relationship, obviously, what we know now. But Lindsay and Carl, I have to say, this little chatty poo that Lindsay's like, can I pull you into my igloo and have this conversation with you?
Mhm.
And she tells Carl, like, hey, I don't appreciate your mom and her fucking Bob coming up to me and acting like we can totally be normal. It's weird. Also, I don't want to keep acting like I'm not mad at you about something and that you didn't do your part. I would love to hear your take on this little chat. What did you think about these two?
Yeah, I mean, no shade to Lindsay, but I feel like for a PR girl, like her messaging has really been off because I felt like when she, at the time of the breakup, was like, I've been blindsided. I'm like, girl, you know that relationship was in hell. And
Hmm.
when it wasn't in hell, you guys were in couples therapy. So this
Hmm.
can't be that shocking. But clearly now, what she means is like, I cannot believe that you chose to take our real relationship, like for real, on camera and dump me. That's really fucked up. And, you know, I've been vindicated. I've gotten the return on my investment on Carl Radke LLC, and that was an incredible apology. I think he heard her. He was very thorough. He gave her flowers. He
Yeah.
acknowledged, like, yeah, I can completely see why you would think that was fucked up. And I even saying, like, I am even grateful to you for even starting this conversation. Yeah, I mean, in the pantheon of apologies, it was a pretty
Hmm.
good one, and
Hmm.
I'm a hard grader on that.
Yeah, I agree. And especially when it's a man in a conversation, I'm like, you're
Yeah.
about to fuck this up, you fucking
Mhm.
idiot. You're not even paying attention. Like, my default is like, you're probably not listening and you're a fucking asshole.
Right.
But you're right. Those of us that saw Carl get caked up during that COVID year, who got sober, his butt was huge. He started working out, he was making his bed. We were
Mhm.
like, oh my God. Now, of course, will I say that the year that they broke up, was I Team Lindsay? Of course I was. Just because it's nice to see a man get yelled at.
Yeah.
But it is nice to see these two crazy kids. There's that picture of them at some event in the past like week or two where Lindsay is like holding Gemma and like looking up lovingly at Carl, and people are like, are they the real deal? I'm like, let's guys, there's other people.
They're already putting in tips to Dumois saying that Carl said never say never to the potential of being in a relationship with Lindsay in the future. And it's like, girl, I am not doing this with you, okay? That's not what the people want to see. Okay? Just be friends.
Yeah, just be friends. You already said he's not going to fuck anybody if he's
Right.
in a relationship with them. Like, she
Um,
can't go back on that.
Thank you. And that's kind of a large point of the people who say that Kyle's going to reconcile with Amanda. Like, the man's got not gotten dick or, given dick, I guess, in 7 years. Like, why would you sign up for that?
I
Why would you
wish that I wish that, like, and we'll talk about it when we get to in the city, but I wish in that conversation on April 9th, Kyle was like, he's like, just because I'm being nice to you doesn't mean that, like, we're going to get back together. I wish that he would be like, because you're still not going to fuck me. So, like, we can't. It doesn't work that way.
on that alone?
On that alone. Yeah, I loved it. I love these two. I can't, I cannot express how much I loved seeing baby Gemma on in the city.
A doll.
She's got a fan in me. I can't wait.
Serving
But
cheek, serving face. She's adorable.
okay, cheek, face, those eyes, those brows, they're so expressive.
She's really
Ugh,
cute.
she is so cute. Obviously the big other thing that happened this episode is unfortunately West and Sierra did make out. They're being very canoodly. But this is something that you've pointed out many, many times, which is, hey, guess what? Wes is a fucking liar, liar, pants on fire. He sits down and he tells Ben, hey, can you tell Sabrina, like, when one of the four of us are hanging out, like, to stop acting like Sierra is my girlfriend? He's like, I'm not trying to portray to anybody that I'm a boyfriend, okay? And this is the same Ben who he was like laying with, canoodling with him, being like, I miss her. Like, I loved when we were together. Like, it was so nice. It was so magical when we were together. He literally told Ben that he fucking loved Sierra. And now this mustachioed toddler bitch is sitting here acting like, well, I don't know. I don't know why she would think that like we would like be together. Anyway, I'm going to go make out with her later. In
In
front
front of
of
you.
in front of Ben and Sabrina, in front of them. He's like, Tell Sabrina to be cool about it. Anyway, let me put my tongue inside of Sierra's mouth right in front of her.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay my whole body back and she's gonna lay into me. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And he was saying all of the things to Ben that he should have said to Sierra. And you have the nerve to be like, excuse me. And it's taken 2 years, and now I can finally say it to you, Ben, the last person who needs to hear this.
Ben, a person I met 6 weeks ago.
Right. Like, clearly he's trying to pass this information on. He is demento.
He's such a nasty, slimy bitch. I cannot stand him. There is obviously that embrace that happens because the next day when they're all packing and crying, he hugs Amanda and whispers something into her ear. The internet is like, what do you think he whispered? Of course, what do you think he whispered?
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I'm going to say, like, probably love you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very easy thing for him to say. Like, I don't think he was going to be so messy. Lindsay was right there, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But they did slip, clearly.
Yeah.
The body language alone when Sierra entered, or when Lindsay said, "Hey, Sierra," and it was like immediate. That is undeniable, unmistakable. Like, you can't, like, that was guilt on their body, both of them, all over.
Yeah, I think that that's what it was because there is that like cutaway, people are like slow-moing it, of her sort of like gagged with her hand on her face and she's looking directly at Sierra. And it felt to like me like maybe he whispered something like, I'm going home with Sierra or something like that. You know what I mean? But or not, or he just said, I love you. I mean, those forehead kisses, a lot of forehead kissing. I didn't like it.
It's too much. It's too much. They're both sick and twisted.
And I think like there is, I've heard like so many people talk about this. I think there's also like I wonder if there's like a cultural difference. You know, I feel that Caucasians are they're very touchy-feely with each other's like friends of the opposite sex.
Yeah, I mean, this is like very much summer camp vibes. So I understand how these people are like, you know, I'm constantly seeing you in a bikini or your trunks, and
yeah,
we're huddled up, puddling. Who knows what substances are running through our bodies? Like, you know, I get that. But to Carl's point in Watch What Happens Live, like there's, you know, you're my buddy. Let's, you know, I'm going to like lay on you, put my weight on you or whatever. And then there's like, I'm like rubbing the back of your neck and massaging it. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy. And I just like, it's so strange to me because like culturally speaking, you are in a relationship, you're married, you are giving ass out church hugs, cousin hugs to any male that you are with or female, like that you are not with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm treating all of you like, especially if you're friends with my husband, I'm treating you all like my brothers. I'm putting my hand on the side of your body. We're doing side hugs only. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's all the sitting next to each other and how close they're sitting next to each other. Like, we don't have to do all that, girl.
Well, it turns out it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter because they fucked anyway, but it doesn't matter also because he's not going to run after her. Oh, God, that trailer.
Loser fest. And I'm just like giggling. Here's the evil part of me. It's just the whole time, and I know because I'm on TikTok how frequently Amanda used to be on TikTok. As two deeply online people, Wes and Amanda, I know that this must be torture. Because I know that Amanda probably went on her For You page and then started scrolling and then saw all the people discoursing about her. And it's like, never mind. And like her toys have been taken away. And I do find that funny. What was your question? I got lost in a moment.
I don't know if I had one. I just was talking about we were talking about them being losers in that reunion trailer. But before we get to
so my larger point was how exciting it is that she probably saw in real time with all of us that Sierra, Mia, and Lindsay were like, go after her. And he was like, That's crazy.
I have a theory that is not really a theory, honestly. We've seen proof of it before. I think that he had swamp ass through that linen suit he was wearing, and he was too afraid to get up and run because his entire butt was wet.
I swear to God, I was like, There's a puddle.
That look also again, toddler behavior. When a toddler has shit themselves or if they've had an accident and you tell them to get up, they just sit there. Just the way that West was sitting, being like, I can't stand up right now because there's a puddle beneath me. It's my
You need to
shit
go to the
piss and
bathroom? No. And then you see them like straining. Like,
he's a fucking toddler. Okay. Of course, Amanda and Kyle had their big goodbye, but also there was that moment with Amanda and Sierra hugging each other. Sierra just pouring so much into this relationship. I've said this a few times before, and I know that like it might be a little bit of a controversial take, but I do think that I don't think that it negates any of their actual friendship. It's very obvious to me that Sierra is a loving, sweet person and that she poured herself into these relationships to people who just never valued her. Like, I don't believe that Amanda valued Sierra. Like, it's a difference between they weren't really friends. They were friends. Sierra was her friend. They were very close. They're hugging each other and crying into each other and all this stuff. But she did not, Amanda never valued Sierra. She didn't value her as a person. She valued her as a commodity or a purse that she could carry around on the show because she didn't have Paige anymore. But
right.
I mean, I just don't think she gives a shit about anybody but herself.
No. And I think that's like a really important distinction to say that just because Sierra was a friend to Amanda, that Amanda was never a friend to her, doesn't negate anything. It doesn't negate the impact. It doesn't negate Sierra's feelings because she invested. Because she didn't get anything back doesn't mean like we're not supposed to feel less empathy for her.
Yeah, exactly. Like she literally poured into that relationship and they were terrible to her. You know, we've seen Amanda do a lot of diabolical things this episode, these hugs. She maybe even kissed Jesse on the mouth. I was like, huh?
Definitely.
I said, oh, okay.
Even he was like, oh.
he said, whoa.
I thought we were just going to do a cheek thing and that's not where it landed. Okay.
Okay, all right. We've seen her do a lot of terrible things, but one of the most diabolical things, demonic things I saw her do this episode was she picked up Sierra's chicken wings, dipped it into blue cheese dressing, sucked on the wing, and put it back in the plate. And I was so glad that Mia and Sierra were both there because we saw Mia's face be like, what the fuck did this bitch just do?
Watch me do something really silly, you guys. Like, ugh. Health code violation. Yeah.
I loved that Sierra picked up that chicken wing and threw it behind her back. She was like, no, you're not going to put that. Your mouth was, you were literally just sucking.
Cross-contamination. I'm a nurse. Are you crazy?
Yes. It was demonic. It was diabolical. It was sinister. It was spooky. It was so gross. It was such a obvious like microcosm of like Amanda does not care about anybody but herself. She's like, I'm gonna pick up this chicken wing, suck the blue cheese off of it, and then put it back for you, Sierra. It's like I'm just gonna fuck West for a little bit, and then you can have him again.
Oh, I was so heated watching this. Because it just puts more evidence on the pile of you know exactly what you were doing, Amanda. You know the impact. You know what Sierra is to you, to a lesser extent, Mia. And you're saying all these things. You're saying, you guys say the things that I'm thinking in my mind, but I'm not brave enough to say. You have never said anything that I don't actually feel. I have been using you guys basically like a succubus to get your confidence and get you guys to like pour into me, and it's really pathetic. And little do you know, I don't give a fuck, but I am gonna say these things to you. Like, talk about getting caught in 4K. Like, you know there are cameras here, right?
Yeah, it's just so sick. It's just so nasty. Like, she really, I think that the point of like gaining confidence from them, like there's something also, I don't know, again, not to make everything about race, but I think there is a race component here. There's just something about this little white girl going up to these like bad bitches who happen to be Black women with a ton of personality, a ton of culture, pizzazz, and then be like, I'm literally just going to use you to be cool. I mean, it's literally cultural vulturing. It's what West did with Sierra.
Totally.
Like it's just, you know what? It's licking a chicken wing and putting it back into the container. That's what that is.
And then to barely have had anybody leave the house and then to have that conversation with Kyle and just lie. Like
Oh,
unequivocally lie for no reason.
okay. Yeah. So tell me what you thought within this conversation. She sits down with Kyle. She says, "Hey, I'm going to go check into a hotel. We need to take some time off. Everything that Sierra said is correct. Yeah, but like I didn't first she says, "I didn't think that like you were going to go for that." But anyway, doesn't matter because here I am now going to separate myself from you.
The nerve of you to sit there and tell Kyle, we're in a really good place in our relationship. I've been very happy actually. So I don't know what Sierra was talking about. I never would have agreed to that. When you told Sierra, I would love to do that, but Kyle would never let me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then to just go back and be like, well, anyway, I am not going to go home with you. Like, just say it. Why don't you just use your get out of jail free card in Sierra and be like, you know what? Yeah, I think she's right. Like, I did want to have this conversation with you, and I didn't. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I do think it's a good idea. Just say that. If you're going to
Yeah.
do it anyway.
She's a fucking coward is what she is. It's just loser behavior. Kyle Cook, who not a good husband, not a good partner in any way. I hear a decent DJ. Okay. Drowning in debt is just sitting on that stoop, sobbing into those palms of his, just crying. And it's a beautiful transition from that point forward to in the city where we just watch these two, Kyle, who's 3 and 40, sobbing, going into the city, and Amanda checking into a hotel. And I was like, okay, so I guess we're going to pick up here.
Yeah. The choice of the hotel told me all I needed to know.
Oh, tell me more.
The Moxie Hotel on the Lower East Side. It's like on Bowery.
Mm-hmm.
The Moxie is like a party hotel. If you wanted to go and like contemplate the state of your marriage, I think you would maybe go like a little upscale. Like she's got coin, obviously.
Yeah.
$100,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
You would think that like maybe you would go somewhere quiet, somewhere that doesn't have like free happy hour tickets given to you upon checkout, like that or check in. Like that's not the vibe. It doesn't make sense to me.
No, none of it makes any sense. Nothing she does makes sense. Here's the thing, like I don't think that she is calculating and smart and manipulative and sinister because I don't think she's smart.
I mean, you see, like it's on that front porch conversation with Kyle that she's like scrambling. She's working things out. She's yes-anding in her mind in real time, and like none of it's making sense. And I mean, unfortunately, Kyle's accepting it. I mean, what else choices does he have at this point?
Yeah.
But I fear she's getting away with a lot. I mean, she's not, because now we all know how she really operates, and we're seeing it. But it's very weird. It's getting weird.
It is getting weird. They agree at the end of this, this little montage, oh, I'll just see you in therapy. But then we fast forward to April 9th, a mere 10 days after the joint statement, where Amanda goes over to Kyle's place, and Kyle's concerned about her because she looks skinny. She hasn't eaten. And I don't know. I feel like this scene was great. But also pissed me off in so many ways. And we'll get into that scene. But then, of course, we have to earn it. We have to earn being on April 9th. We have to also watch 3 parts of the reunion. So I feel the way that the show will be edited, it's going to be like, yeah, we're going to have to watch Danielle and Lindsay do whatever for a few weeks before we can go pick back up on what happened after in March. But, we met so many new faces. We met reconnected with old ones. And the most interesting person on the episode, of course, was Gemma Hubbard. I know that's not her last name, but it is to me.
What is Turner's last name?
Doctor.
Yeah.
His first name is Doctor, last name is Turner. So Gemma Hubbard Turner. Okay, got it. All right, this chat with Kyle and Amanda on April 9th. I wouldn't say that Amanda has like bass in her voice because like she doesn't do that. She's like just a whiny girl. But she was a little too sassy on the couch with Kyle for a person who's fucked up this hard.
No. You're in defense, ma'am. unfortunately, Kyle's in prosecution. Like, the roles have reversed now. And yeah, I mean, this, to your point, is going to be absolutely a teaser of what we're going to get in this reunion. No accountability,
Yep.
triangulation, throwing things out. Like, allegedly Kyle made out with somebody during their marriage, which, okay.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about the thing. Yeah, she's very immature. Like, everything he was like, okay, but what about this? What about this? And what about, it really seems like you were 2 feet out of the door. Like, when we got in the summer house in the beginning.
Mhm.
She's like, Kyle, no, I was trying so hard. I never tried ever harder than I ever in my life, and I would never cheat on you. And she's crazy.
No, she's absolutely not. She was like, for you to like now question how committed I was to my marriage, like that really hurts. Yeah, we're gonna question everything you did
Yeah,
because you're a liar, pants on fire for
it's
the
a
last
very fair question.
4 months at least. At least the last 4 months you've been lying to us, if
Right.
not
This,
longer.
this cannot be surprising that people might wonder how long you've been lying, because you've been doing it for a significant amount of time, and very recklessly. And you seem to really enjoy it.
She does seem to enjoy it because not more than a week later, after this April 9th talk, is when these two losers ended up at the Yankee game. This is when she was on a Jumbotron kissing her community dick boyfriend.
Act like you like me.
Act like you liked me. Oh my God. It just is, it's so insane. We obviously, the rest of the episode also saw glimpses of Kyle and Amanda's life falling apart. And it was, to some degree, nice to know that, like, oh, they weren't toxic just in the summertime when they were filming the show. They're like this all the time.
Yeah, no, this really opened up a lot for me, because I noticed, like, for several seasons that they will come in these reunions and be like, well, we had a rough winter again and we're working on things, but now we're good, kind of. We'll see.
We'll see. We're just going to pretend. I always believe this. It was that every season, really, rather than focusing on the fact that she was in a marriage that she did not like, she would pick fights with girls. So she would pick fights with Lindsay every season because that was like her thing. And then she'd be like, as soon as like she had Paige also anti-Lindsay, it was fine. I mean, the switch up that Amanda did after Paige was pro Lindsay again was just, it was so obvious. It's like she never had I don't think Amanda has a one, I don't think she has a personality. Can I tell you something that's really been pissing me off? Like, there's a lot of clips that are going around of like, oh, like this video and that picture that she tagged him in, and look at these zoom in. There's a video going around that Wes posted of Amanda doing the Macarena. Okay.
For 5 minutes.
For 75 minutes.
Short film.
It could have been submitted
for
Sundance. Sundance. It was so long. And the caption's like, oh my God, she ate that. And I'm like, the Macarena?
She wasn't even like doing her arms out straight like you're supposed to. She wasn't even full out on the Macarena. Can you imagine?
She was doing a lazy Macarena for 75 minutes. And then they're like, oh my God, and she really has this look on her face like, I'm the hottest person here. Look at me do this lazy fucking Macarena.
I am Julia Stiles. I am honey.
She did think she was honey. She's like,
just Panettiere, Crumpin, like.
It's one of the things, like, it's a video that comes across way too often. I'm like, get it, not interested threads, not interested. But it always comes up, but it always cracks me up because I'm like, she really is such a loser.
Yeah.
She has no personality.
Yeah, it's really, and the length of the video before they even announced, I was like, oh, he is in love with her. This is so long, such a long video to be posting of your homegirl. It was so long. I don't get it. They're all so strange. They're all so deeply weird. And yeah, I mean, we all are always going to wonder, like, what would we have thought had we not had this whole situation happen? I don't know. I feel like I would have known, like, something's going on here with Amanda that's not feeling good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, watching this episode of the premiere of In the City, or even like the end of Summer House, or even this whole season of Summer House, like, how do you think your views would have changed about Amanda? Do you think that you would have looked at her and been like, yeah, you know what? It's time for Amanda to be the hero of the season because she has been yelled at by her husband every year.
So hindsight's always 2020. I am an admitted former Batula hoop, but I wasn't like fanning her actively, but I wasn't seeing the things that people have been seeing about
Mhm.
her. Um, but what I had been seeing was the last 3 summers, it seemed like Amanda was ready and waiting to cut Kyle's dick off and make jokes
Mhm.
on him in front of as many people as possible in the summer house. That I was like, well, yeah, but at some point it's going to get to be a little too much. And
Mhm.
there is a point where we see, like, in this whole premiere, to me, Kyle's trying to communicate in a mature fashion. And she's like, Kyle, no. She keeps like lashing out and getting angry in ways that don't really make sense, like, at all. It's really
Yeah.
like, what is the truth?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not sure whose personality she's like stealing from. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
it does sometimes feel like, Paige is Paige. Like, she's always been extremely interesting to me. She has a personality. She's funny. And it feels a little bit like maybe she's like stealing some of like Paige's like chutzpah. Like, she's like kind of stealing some of that, like the bass from Paige's voice, but it's like, well, you're so whiny. Like, it doesn't really fit you, you
And
know?
there's also really no validity to, I mean, it just like can't be like you're working so hard and things are good and then your guys are going backwards. Like it can't be both of them. But she's
Yeah.
saying both of them at the same time in the conversation in a way that I think just suits her, what she thinks is going to suit her and make her the victim. Amanda's biggest role is being a victim. That's very clear. Hiding
Always.
behind a stronger woman to do her bidding in some form or fashion, and
Mhm.
then making it seem like Kyle, she's he's giving her a lot of evidence and a lot of material to work with.
Sure.
But now, like, seeing how much debt he's in. Like, people have been like, well, oh my God, stop worrying about Loverboy. But then knowing that he has been footing the bill for her lifestyle for years, and like, with like, and swimming in debt. And then she's also being like, this guy's a loser. All he wants to do is DJ. And when you don't have this information, he's like, I'm trying to make this a business. He just sounds like a crazy 43-year-old loser DJ. But like, no, this man actually needed to make money. And you were siphoning and weren't even trying to be a partner to this man.
I mean, that Excel spreadsheet that she says that he sent her of like all of the rent and all the things that he's paid
I think
for.
the therapist made them do that.
I think
I genuinely do. I think like the finances had to have come up in therapy.
Mhm.
And she was like, you know what? Maybe just write something. Because I think that adds to why talking to Lindsay, she's like, yeah, and I paid it, whatever.
Let's
Like,
talk
yeah,
about that.
be accountable.
She casually says, "Oh yeah, $100,000, no problem. Like, I just paid it." That man every single day is on Instagram being like, "Guys, I owe another $65,000 to somebody else. And every day I wake up and I have to write a check for $150 billion to another person that I owe."
I put my sty mask in the microphone in the microwave and I calculate how much I owe people.
Yeah, he's constantly. By the way, the sty mask made me laugh so hard because actually it is very calming to sleep with that on if you are
Yeah,
hungry.
they feel great.
They feel so good. Yeah, he's like, I'm an old man, I have back pain and a sty mask, and I'm gonna do some math here. But like, yeah, it again. It made me go like, oh, first of all, Amanda, you have so much money. You have the money. You
Yeah.
have, and here's the other thing. I think that Amanda I think the only reason Amanda Batula chose at the end of this season of Summer House to actually leave her relationship is because she had the guarantee of being on another television show. If she did not have the guarantee of being on another television show, if the only show she was ever going to be on was Summer House, she would have stuck it out with this man because she knows she can't go to Kyle's share house without being married to Kyle.
Right. She needed a safety net in a lot of ways, apparently, like an emotional safety net, um, a physical safety net, a financial
Yeah.
safety net. Yeah, a lot of assurances.
Yeah, but then it doesn't make me go $100,000. No big deal for you. How many more dollars do you have? Can you spare? Is that why, or is that why you're saying, Kyle? I don't know why you're DJing. We have money, but you've never said that.
No, because then she would be contributing, and he wouldn't be so stressed out. Like if she was putting money, like you can't even pay rent, girl. This is not. We're not talking about us. This isn't like he's an entrepreneur and she's been staying at home this whole time or
Mhm.
whatever. Like y'all have been making equal. Lindsay exposes even more than Kyle, and you
Mhm.
couldn't even bother to put on your half of the rent.
Mm.
That's
I
that's not partnership.
No, and that's why Kyle
It's
is crying.
antagonistic. That's why he's like, "Fuck you," for seemingly no reason. Because he's thinking, it's the 31st. I got to pay rent again.
It's the end of fucking August and I have to pay rent. And
Yeah.
now you're sitting here smirking and giggling about me going to Vegas, maybe.
Hmm.
Oh God. But Amanda did come in at the end of this episode on their 4th anniversary while flirting with elderly men. So weird. She's such a
Hmm.
strange person. She said, "Hey Kyle,
Frank
I'm
was
moving out."
friends. She
They
knew
are
them.
friends. Yeah, you know that they are. Frank was like, go take care of my daughter. She tells Kyle we're gonna move out. And so we're like, okay, great. So we're gonna see Amanda move out this show. Also Amanda really, for a person who has a lot going on, did take her time to shit on another woman. But this time I go, is it Danielle? Maybe it's okay.
Well, I mean, the clown's going to come back to bite. The clown has come back to bite on that one,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
regard to Amanda, but it's thank you for the tea. Right message. I wanted to know, wrong messenger.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wish that it was somebody else that had come in and shared that. I wish it was Yvonne. It was
Hate
somebody
it,
else.
anybody else.
And literally, honestly, even if it was Kyle, it would have been amazing. But like, why did it have to be Amanda with
Yeah.
those clip and bangs that she's walking around with? Those are clip and bangs.
Blowing in the wind on the rooftop.
Yeah. Also, that scene where they're like leaving therapy and then they're supposed to go meet everybody up at the bar. Do you think that she always intended to not go? Because why did she
Fully.
wear an outfit with that headband?
Fully. She was not going. She was, and this is like, people are like, she's wearing West shirt underneath. I'm like, well, that's a little much. I mean, they did live in the house together, whatever. But I mean, the outfit was giving a little like, my mom said I couldn't wear this at school, but I'm going to wear it anyway. I'm going to change in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, take that headband off and shake it out.
Yeah.
She's setting her bangs down because she's going to see her man that night. I want to make sure they stick down.
She's laying down her bangs. You're right.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the fact that she's like, I'm hot and busy, I gotta go. Like, what do you have to do? This is your job, ma'am. You're filming. You're about to get paid right now. It's the only thing.
yes. Yeah. What do you mean you're not going to go? And also, we find out when this group of friends that this is a normal thing. Amanda never goes out with Kyle. She does not hang out with these friends. And I was just like, oh, brother, what a loser.
Yeah, another thing that she has gotten off on, being like, Kyle's always out and he never wants to be with me. And it's like, no, Kyle, you don't. Literally, you don't speak to him when you're at the house. It's normal to go out and see your friends. You're not
Yeah.
trying to do that either. But it's under the guise of like, he doesn't want to be with you. Ugh, girl, he's been right this whole time. It's like, you don't talk to me. I want to hang
Yeah.
out with my friends because you're not my friend.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, he's been right because she does not like him.
Yeah.
She treats him like shit, and he's kind of like, I keep doing things to try to make you happy, and then I can't make you happy, and then you don't tell me anything, and then you make me look like a monster, and then I lose my shit and I say fuck you in front of everybody, and then I'm the monster. And it's like, well, first of all, deeply incompatible, both of you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Totally. Totally.
It's
And like Kenny did make one singular point by saying, if you guys were to meet each other today, would this be a fit for you guys?
yeah.
Like, because it doesn't seem like she's ever met you where you're at
Yeah.
energetically. Like, she's made it really seem like he's going to the box every night and he's like at Friendsgiving with a turkey sweater on.
Okay, the Friendsgiving. He was like, oh, like she didn't want to come to Friendsgiving. And I was just like, well, Friendsgiving is like it's very calm. Like nobody, how are you?
Very like, if your partner's not there, that's weird.
Yes, 100%. Well, let's get into these new cast of characters. Like I said, Gemma already number one.
Number one on the call sheet.
Number one on the call sheet, show her face. I mean, a meme queen. Okay, there are so many clips of her cute little face that I could use for so many different things. And honestly, very apt because Lindsay Hubbard also a meme queen. In my meme folder, it's mostly Lindsay making faces, so that's correct. We meet Lindsay's friends. We have Yvonne, who we like briefly met on Summer House like a few times here and there. Yvonne is married to a guy named Nick. She shares an interesting story where she says, we got married and then he said he didn't want to have babies. So I got mad and I just left and I went to California for 4 days and he didn't even notice. And I said, hold on. When did he notice? When did you come back? Like, what's going on there?
And you had to walk him through by showing him like making a murderer that if she were to dip out again, people would be looking at him. And that's not really the message. I feel like the message is, why did you not notice? Like, y'all have a dog. You didn't think that the dog is really what somehow makes it worse for me. Like, like, how did you figure out the walk schedule? You're like, did she feed him? Did I feed? Like, has he been fed twice? Like, there has to be at least some conversation about the dog.
Something. And also, like, I think that one of the things that everybody has, and if you have a roommate or like a partner that you live with, whatever, you put something on the counter and you leave it there on the counter for like 3 days. If it doesn't get picked up, you're like, I don't think the person that I share a home with is home.
When you went to bed, what happened? Was her car in the driveway? Like, what's going on? Like, it's very straight. No text, nothing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I was like, one, Yvonne should have been on TV a long time ago. Oh, that's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Two,
yes.
Are all of Lindsay's friends like this?
Yes, because then we meet Georgina, and Georgina's like, I was married. I was pregnant with my second baby. I had a 3-year-old, and then my husband left. And then she just briefly says, so then I went crazy. Okay.
Snapped.
She's like, could have been unsnapped. Well, let's expand on it. What do you mean by that?
And then we have Danielle. I'm like, just what's the energy around these women that you have found? What's going on here?
Okay, Danielle and Owen. Like, the way that I feel about Owen are unfortunately on Eon.
Somebody said on Threads that he looked like Craig if he ate bees. Yes. I've been thinking about that for weeks.
Yes, he does look like Craig if he ate bees. He also, listen, we're all God's children. But you know that Snapchat filter, or like I've seen in videos of people doing it on Snapchat or like TikTok or whatever, where you get like a blank face and then you have to blink and then your like features are falling down and then you have to like blink and get them into the right spot. He feels like that.
Yeah.
Gone wrong.
Which part got misplaced? All of them or just some?
Well, mostly the eyes, but also all of them. I was like, and then apparently the streets are saying that this man was freshly a newlywed. It's not just that he was married. He's married and like split up. No, he was a newlywed. The show is filming in fall of 2025. This man's wife had a bachelorette party in August of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So he's freshly married. They're filming in September. She says she's been together with him for 6 months.
And that he slid into her DMs. Girl, don't admit that. It's bad
So
enough. Keep the little details of this. This is not a meet cute. This is not how I met your mother. I mean, it's about to be, but it shouldn't be.
yeah, because she's pregnant with that man's baby.
Mhm.
It was just strange. I will say Danielle looks better than she ever has. She looks hot as hell. She looks so good. It was funny to see her Chiron say founder, an influencer.
We didn't quite get to the CEO part.
Yeah, well, because there's nothing for her to CEO over.
Well,
You know.
you said it, not me.
Yeah. So anyway, we also met Andrea and Lexi. Lexi's voice was not something that I was expecting.
No. I really, like, the more she talked, the more I'm like, oh, I don't think I've ever heard her talk, but has she ever spoken before? Has she ever spoken out loud? Her vocal cords just feel really underutilized.
Or like elderly in some way. Like if I closed my eyes, I would be like, oh my God, Andrea married a 60-year-old woman.
They just feel a little weak. Like they
feel-
move a little.
Yeah, they feel weak. Like, do you need
Yeah.
water? Can I get you a lozenge? What's going on? Because it's somewhere between a prepubescent boy and an elderly grandmother. But
Mhm.
every time she spoke, I was like, are you not from here?
Both of them are scared.
Yeah. Yes. And she's just a little shaky. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to need you to get some bass from Amanda.
Yeah.
Okay. Take some of that and speak up a little bit because
Yeah.
she seems to have a lot of opinions, but she's just,
Use our diaphragm, ma'am.
yeah, exactly.
The voice, it's like one of those things where it's like it's not. You're not a bad person, but I can't take this. You have to make a change. You know,
It's a completely benign, like there's nothing wrong with you. You seem like a lovely person. If Andrea loves you, he like was crying over you. You must be amazing.
gorgeous, but I can't do this. Love and light to you, sis, but
love and light to you. Don't think that you're cut out for reality TV either.
Yeah, this started a trend of the men describing their wives in these very fantastical ways. Like Andrea was like, she's a literal Disney princess. Kenny was saying his girl, she's like the most perfect angel, sweetie, beauty, cutie pie that's ever landed on this earth. I'm gonna break up with her, but like she's such a perfect angel.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting trend that I've seen. The constant need for these women to be in Pilates every day of the week and the like princessification of them. And it's like nothing to do with their personalities. Like, is she cool or is she a princess?
And also, I think princess lets them feel like they're the ones that are providing for this princess. Like she gets to be a princess because I am her overlord taking care of her and I do everything for her. Let's fucking talk about Kenny. He already pissed me off like a month and a half ago. Kenny, okay, a few things about Kenny. Kenny is he's a venture capitalist, whatever that means, and he's on the show because Kyle owes him. Basically, Kyle's like, yeah, Kenny invested in my business, and
you're not getting that 25x back on your investment into Loverboy. So I'm going to do you a solid. Yeah, I'm just going to take this because he's black. He's a fucking loser. He is one of those people, and I saw that video, and he is just like to a T, like, I follow everybody. I love diversity of thought. All of my friends have all different political affiliations. You guys are the reason why the country's divided, because you guys are so judgmental. And I follow Michelle Obama too. Like, what's the problem? He's our president. Okay, like I respect anybody that's in that office. Who it doesn't matter who it is. Yeah. And this is like kind of a witch hunt. And like, let's talk about you, huh? Shut the fuck up. He's a loser, and he's gonna be a loser. And I need that precious baby angel that he's with to go back to Minnesota, or honestly, find your own apartment, girl. Call Mia. You can stay, and he can get a little girl.
Yeah, because she apparently is really good friends with Rachel Lindsay. She knows her from The Bachelorette. Yeah.
Motion girl. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for taking that one on about Kenny. He claimed in an Instagram story that it was not a big deal that he listens to Theo Vaughn and like listens to Joe Rogan. It's like the most popular podcast. So like why wouldn't I listen to it? And also like Barstool Sports, like that's so stupid. Like why wouldn't I? And then he also said I'm a fiscal conservative. Sir, sir, that's not how you get fans.
Right.
By being like, I'm fiscally conservative. And you know what? Here, what really pissed me off was Kyle, little cookie. He commented on it saying
And
something
Lindsay.
like, yeah, they were like, hell yeah, brother, or whatever it is that they said.
Hated
and I was just
that.
like,
Hated that.
no, I don't
The
like
merit.
that. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Yeah, he's playing with this girl. He's like it does not matter that she moved across here and I gave her no assurances onto the future of our relationship whatsoever. I'm going to tell you this, Kyle. What if she's like not the one? I'm going to spend a lot of time, probably years, going back and forth in my mind over that until she gets sick of me. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Had her uproot her life and come over here, not engaged. We're on our own timeline. Honestly, I'd rather see Sabrina Bell and Ben on this show than
100%.
these two. What are your thoughts about Sabrina Bell?
She's like a rainbow. Okay. The more people hate her, the more I'm gonna love her.
Yeah,
Keep hating. I'm putting my choker on. I don't care. She's like whatever. Like, okay, she's a lover girl. She's a little intense. She's like, is that a crime? Is that a crime?
Yeah. And you know what? In a world of girls that are like too cool, like I said this on Bravo We're Black, but like I think that we need to drop the girls need to act cool. No, girls, don't be cool. Okay.
Mhm.
Chalant it up. No more nonchalance. Just be your full whimsical, crazy self, because some guy with eyes that are maybe a little too far apart, who was once on The Bachelor in Australia, might say that's adorable, and then just
That's me,
you up.
missus.
Yeah, that's me, missus. Okay, and you can keep talking like you are in a film in 1996. I've never
No.
heard a voice that sounds like that before. It's so strange to me.
If she wants to wear full fur insulated boots that are knee high in the middle of July, let her do it.
Yeah, maybe Ben likes the stink. Who knows?
Who knows? She probably doesn't sweat at all. She's probably never sweat in her life.
No, she hasn't. And that's the thing. That's something she tells you right away. I don't really sweat.
Yeah.
Aren't you hot? No, I don't sweat. Like, okay, I love you.
Okay.
Kissing people that on the mouth that she's just met, and then telling Sierra that Sierra's her soulmate. I said, okay, weird, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, is that the worst thing that could happen? She loves you.
All right. Yeah. So Kenny, you suck. Leave that sweet baby angel Whitney alone. She's too cute, too pretty for you. Very sus. The whole thing where he's like, "Oh yeah, we met each other a year ago. Then I fucked around for 6 months because I was grieving the loss of my mother, and then
Yeah,
then we
was like, bitch, we were outside popping bottles. What are you talking about? You were in the section with me."
I'm really enjoying Gavin already. And I think that based on the trailer, it looks like there's going to be like a little bit of beef maybe between Gavin and Kenny, which I do look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Great. Can't wait. Gavin owns a bar that they all go to. It's very Cheers of them to have a little local bar that they like go to.
I know, but then it made me sad because I was thinking Soft Bar should have been the Cheers. And then it's not. And I guess it makes sense. Like, they do live closer than chucking it to Greenpoint to film, but still.
Yeah. Soft Bar can't, because you have to take like 2 subways to get there.
Yeah. And walk.
And walk. The walk. Honestly, it's the walk. It's like, I still have to keep going after I get out of the subway.
Like,
you're like,
you can't tell one warehouse building from the other. It's very difficult. Great place, though. I do recommend going to Soft Bar.
It seems very cute. Everybody I know who has gone so far really liked it. They're like,
I love my drink.
Yeah, it's great. How many dollars did you spend on it?
Listen, I put it on the business card. I met Carl there. I met his dad. I met Carl's dad. I met very rare characters of I met Kyle's brother. I met Carl's father. I met the black guy who's always on Summer House. But like we never, he's always in the background at the party.
Yeah.
I met him. We had a great conversation.
Oh my God.
Maurice, his name is Maurice.
All right. Good for him. Like that black guy that's chewing in the background. He might as well be a cardboard cutout, honestly. The amount of
made
attention.
one of Maurice. That honestly would have been so funny. And just like not acknowledge it whatsoever.
I'm excited. I'm excited for these kids. I like the vibes already. I like that Lindsay already is going in being like, I don't want to talk to Danielle. There's nothing for me to talk to her about. But
yeah, the notes.
The notes app.
This is why she's a star.
This is why she's a star. She says her beef really with Danielle started when Carl and her dated for that one summer where he finger banged Lindsay. And then a week after they quote unquote broke up, which I was like, Lindsay, that's heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting. Dancing on the grave of my marriage. I got to go back to Sharon. That was such a great thing to say.
Yeah, like, and by the way, dancing on the grave of my marriage with Sheena Shea is iconic.
Right. I know.
Iconic.
Thank you for including that headline. But yeah, I honestly think we had like some good stuff there. I loved like the extensive notes that she took were just so funny.
Also, like being mad at your friend who gave your ex a hand job, but also he's also her ex, Lindsay. Not to give Danielle anything, but a hand job is so embarrassing.
It really is. I feel like hand jobs after like 30.
30 is also like, you should not be getting a hand job once you're out of college.
Yeah.
Not to completion.
Right.
You want to touch it. You want to see what's going on. You want to just give it a little bit of attention.
Full experience, right?
But that cannot be the full experience. Did they make out? Did anything else happen, or did she just put her hands inside of his pants and say, "Let me"? And then there's a clip of her offering to give him a hand job when he got into that fight with Luke a couple of seasons ago. I remember
that. Yep.
So apparently maybe that's just what Danielle loves to do. Danielle's like, I have the softest hands in the world. Let's
Founder,
go.
CEO, massage therapist.
I give happy endings wherever I go. That was so funny. But yes, of course, the rest of the stuff, the engagement and all of that. Did you think that what the things that Danielle had said in that one season when Lindsay was pregnant with last season, when Lindsay was pregnant, do you think it's enough fuel for Lindsay to be mad? Does it feel reasonable to you?
I could see why that would feel like a betrayal a bit. I think almost certainly residual anger that had been left over from the Carl situation. And that was just like compounded because Lindsay knows like a shady confessional is just kind of par for the course. Like she's very good at reality television, but like this is obviously very personal for her. What is wild to me is that Danielle's acting like she has no idea why Lindsay could possibly not be speaking to her. Because that can't be true. You could not have been like, well, I met your daughter and then we never spoke again. Gosh, that's so weird. What happened? I don't know. I'm not even gonna. And you're on a show together. You guys didn't text each other like, hey girl, we're about to be filming together. Yeah. Nothing about that was like odd to you. I refuse to believe that.
Yeah. Also, Danielle is online. So she reads everything. She sees everything. She engages. She does a lot. So like for her to act like, oh, and I have no idea what's going on. New person that I just met 6 months ago.
Right.
I'm going to be the victim here.
Right. An odd choice on Danielle's part, I have to say.
Well, she's very consistently, and God bless her, a loser. So
what is so funny to me is that I was wondering when she announced that she was pregnant right before the premiere, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be super interesting given how she has found herself in the family way and the criticisms that she had about her main criticisms of Lindsay was this is a quick relationship that you've gotten yourself into and you're not really like committing in a way that's going to make you have like a family. Okay, you moved in with On, but other than that, like if he's living in your house, but you can't marry him, like you can't,
You legally cannot.
you literally cannot. That's a problem too, baby.
Listen, hypocrisy left and right, but I don't know if I've ever known Lindsay Hubbard to be a hypocrite.
I had to say I was slightly disappointed to see them at the premiere party, and it seemed like they were friends again.
Oh,
But
bummer.
then yesterday they were fighting via Instagram story, so I'm like, okay,
Okay.
we're
Okay.
back, baby.
Okay, good. I mean, you know what? I feel like she said, you know what, if Kyle can take pictures with his stupid ex-wife or whatever, the stupid idiot Amanda, I guess that I could do one with Danielle. Maybe
Right.
that's what she thought.
Maybe. Well, that's over.
That's over.
Grand opening, grand closing. It lasted about 24 hours.
Yeah. So as we wrap up our chat, any thoughts about that reunion trailer?
Man, I'm very, very excited. I have it on good authority that everybody cries except for a certain sweaty gentleman. Seems like all the moisture comes out of his other body parts
His
and
butt.
not out of his actual eyeballs. So that'll be interesting. I think they did a great job with the structure, considering, we had heard so much about it or from the reunion already via those leaks. I think it was like enough, but like I know they've got to be hiding some deep stuff in there that we have no idea about, and I can't wait.
Yes, especially because Jesse Solomon is everywhere now talking about how the big thing for him was the fact that Wes' girlfriend, this longstanding girlfriend that he had, he thought that they had some sort of agreement, but there was no agreement, and the girl was fully in a committed relationship with Wes, and she had no idea that Wes was doing all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, great. I will say I'm a monster, but when the trailer cut to Jesse crying, I lulled. I loved it. I said, look at this idiot.
Yeah. It's funny to me, but not in a derogatory way. It's just funny to like cut to all this emotion, and the only person who's crying as we're presented is Jesse, who really doesn't have anything to do with it. That is comedy. But like, I feel for him.
Yeah, no, of course, like, sure, it's sad, it's your friend, but he's like, I thought you were like a brother to me. Fair, I understand, but like, you didn't date Amanda. You didn't date Sierra. You didn't even date Kyle.
It's just the way it was presented that was a little bit.
It was a flash cut. It was a flash cut to Jesse crying. It just made me laugh so hard. Thank you so much for being here. Any other thoughts on these crazy kids? Any boots on the ground information? Not to be like Dumois, but about these kooky kids.
No boots on the ground, but I do suspect that Kenny and I might live quite close to each other, so I will keep my eyes peeled and cross the street as I deem appropriate.
I've never seen a more punchable face, to be honest. God, I can't stand him already. Yeah. Kara, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Guys, go listen to Everyone's Business But Mine, everywhere podcasts are heard. What are you covering? What are you chatting about? What are some shows that you're watching and talking about that more people should be watching and talking about?
I mean, as of now, I do a rolling list of list of shows or whatever, rotation of shows that are Bravo and also TLC often. Currently, the only thing from TLC that I'm recapping is Welcome to Plathville. Would I recommend it? No, I would recommend that you listen to my recaps. I would say that.
Yes, I will say that we need to be. It's like the way I didn't watch Beverly Hills, but I listen to recaps of Beverly Hills because I will support the content creators. I will not support the original content because it's bad.
Yeah, I'm having a great time with Rhode Island, so definitely check those out.
God, I love them. Yeah. I love them so much. New Jersey just picked up cameras. They've been filming. They had Teresa's birthday somewhere here, and I suspect that it was a place that I've frequented, perhaps even attended a birthday party. So I'm excited for whatever's happening there. I found out during the quote unquote off season that we use same hair people and same nail people and same brow people. So they're the ones that were like, oh yeah, they've been really coming in and ramping up on all of their things because they're about to pick cameras back up. And I said, great, can't wait to see what new faces come around.
Your brows are great, I have to say.
It was my brows? Thank you so much. They're quite old. But thank you. Guys, like I said, go follow Kara everywhere. Kara, what are your handles?
Everyone's business but mine on Instagram, on Threads, and yeah, that's about where you can find me.
Those are the ones that we're using. We're really not using X. Nobody is anymore.
No.
There's a few blue skyers, which is so cute.
Yeah, I'm trying, but it's a little tumbleweed over there.
You get like 3 likes on Blue Sky. That means that you've gone viral.
Yeah, it's like being in the library. You know, like there's a lot of education happening there, but it's like I'm a little too rah-rah to be in here all day.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, go follow Kara everywhere. And I'll be back this weekend to talk about Southern hospitality in the Valley. Oof, spooky.